Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the members of staff who have joined us, the grade 12 leaders, our parents and guardians who will be watching the ceremony a little bit later today or in the days to come, and of course to our guests of honor this morning, the 2021 grade 8 class of Wynberg Girls High School. This morning is a serious, you can hear the applause in the background. This morning is a serious formal occasion with its layers of symbolism attached to it, but at the same time, it's also a celebration. Grade 8s, by placing your name on the certificate by means of your signature, you have taken a pledge to uphold the values of Wynberg Girls High School. A pledge is a solemn promise, and it is fitting that you have accepted this undertaking by committing your name to the certificate that outlines the nature of this promise, and your signature represents your acceptance of this binding contract. It is equally fitting that you will be accepting signed certificates in a public forum such as this, in front of your teachers, grade 12 leaders, and perhaps most importantly, your peers. The values of the school do not only apply to individuals, they support the underlying principles of community and all that it means to interact with one another in a respectful and supportive manner. You are now part of a greater whole, and for well over 100 years, many generations of grade 8 learners have come before you and have made the same pledge, and many more will be sure to come after. The celebratory part of this morning's ceremony is marked by another symbol, your blazer. Putting on your blazer this morning represents far more than the wearing of a physical item of clothing. It is symbolic of the fact that you are now and forevermore will be a member of the Wynberg Girls community. Grade 8, it gives me enormous pleasure to welcome you to this very special family this morning. I'm now going to hand over to the head of our RCL, Buyisele Ngubani, followed by our head of school, Siba Tokwe, who will lead us through the ceremony. Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Wallace, teachers, parents, leaders, and a special good morning to our grade 8s of 2021 and hopefully our matriculants of 2025. Baby steps, but eventually you'll get there. Today is no ordinary day. I think some of us could even call it a milestone, making it into the third week of our academic year. But today, we as a school get to fully acknowledge you and recognize you as Wynberg students who are officially part of our Wynberg family. Being a Wynberg student is more than just getting to wear your brand new blazer or having a distinct uniform. It's also about how we act, how we carry ourselves, and how we interact with others, even outside of our school environment. Being your words, your actions, as insignificant they may seem to you, truly matter. Every single person here today makes an impact in every room they enter and with every interaction they have. And as a Wynberg community, we truly acknowledge and treasure that, and that is why we are so intentional about defining and expressing who we are through our 6 values. We have developed an acronym to help us remember our school values. It's called I Care. Bear in mind, there's 2 I's in the beginning, so it's I-care. It's I for inclusivity, I for integrity, C for courage, A for accountability, R for respect, and E for empathy. Besides remembering our school values, truly understanding how we embody them is important. With integrity, we conduct ourselves in all areas of our life with honesty, honor, and trustworthiness. With respect, we value ourselves, other people, and the environment by recognizing their rights and dignity, and we take responsibility for our actions. With inclusivity, we accept and include people who are different from us and make a deliberate effort to create a school and community in which everyone feels that they belong. With empathy, we try to put ourselves in the shoes of others to understand people and respond with compassion, kindness, and consideration despite our differences. And with courage, we strive to do the right thing through innovation and a pioneering spirit. We challenge our boundaries and never give up. And lastly, with accountability, we are responsible citizens who aim to remain true to our commitments in all spheres of our lives. I always wondered, how would one recognize a Wynberg student outside the school environment without their brown uniform? But through reflection, I've come to truly believe that if we actually strive to embody these values, eventually our Wynberg community Our Wynberg community will become so distinct from other schools to a point even from afar, our aura will be so recognizable by the way we carry ourselves even after we leave the schools. Grade 8, I challenge you to start reflecting on these values and start thinking about how you will actively choose every day to embody them through your speech, through your actions, through your habits and your interactions with others. We all make mistakes sometimes, but as a Wynberg community, we allow room for growth as we are continuously progressing and learning as a family. All the best for your journey. Take time to admire the view and to be fully present in the mundane moments, but also be intentional about the path you choose to travel on and always be open to diversions and roadblocks along the way. Thank you, and remember, I care.
Good morning again to all parents, Dr. Wallace, teachers, leaders present, and most importantly, good morning to our grade 8s of 2021. At last, you too get to wear our beloved blazers. However, today is about more than just this brown blazer that will keep you warm on those chilly mornings. Today is about the badge on that blazer and what wearing the crimson badge of courage means as a Wynberg Girls student. I believe that by displaying the badge on our left side, we can keep our school close and dear to our hearts. And from my 5 years at Wynberg, I can confidently say that everyone tries to act from the kindness of their heart. A specific moment that comes to mind today is my grade 8 pledge. I remember sitting down waiting for the head of school to announce that I too can wear the blazer. It was then that I realized that today was not just about the blazer, but was about welcoming me into a community, the Wynberg Girls High School community. A community that I today am extremely proud to be a part of, and a community that you two have just joined. Why do I call it a community? It's because Wynberg is more than just about sitting at a desk. It's more than our beautiful buildings and sports facilities, but rather it's about every extraordinary individual who takes a seat in those desks. Wynberg prides itself in educating learners, not only on our academics, but on our 6 values that will empower them in the future. Our school strives for school spirit on our sports fields, stages, and in the sense of sisterhood. Having sisterhood allows us all as learners to care for each other, to be empathetic people who are inclusive in all they do. It allows for Wynberg to represent an environment for all to feel welcome, regardless of race, religion, or anything else that makes you different from the person sitting next to you. Sisterhood allows for us to celebrate those differences and honor how we as a community are different, but can still strive to meet each and every single value that we have as a school. It is important for each of you to embody and embrace those values, because with them, you guys will become people who are welcoming and inclusive to everything that you do. I would love to leave you with advice that I wish I knew as a grade 8 learner. Try it all. Enter every society that sparks your interest. Try sports you've never tried before. And remember that doing your best does not mean being the best. And that sometimes failing at something doesn't mean that you're a failure, but rather you can embrace a second chance at doing something. And lastly, and most importantly, be you. In all that you do at Wynberg, be yourself. Be the kindest version of yourself amongst your peers. Be respectful to your teachers. And as you wear our badge and honor our school, honor our motto too, honor before honors. And I know you faced a lot of challenges within these 2 weeks and are understandably a bit overwhelmed. But rest assured, you guys have made the greatest decision of your life. You guys have chosen a school that not only educates you, but an environment that will support every single decision you make in your career and will celebrate each and every accomplishment you make, big or small. Welcome, grade 8s of 2021, to Wynberg Girls High School. Grade 8s, could you please all stand and wear your blazers? Please stay standing as I read the pledge you have all signed. I hereby acknowledge and accept my responsibilities as a Wynberg Girls High School learner. I pledge to uphold the values of integrity, inclusivity, courage, accountability, respect, and empathy. I promise to uphold the Wynberg way in my everyday behavior and approach my work at Wynberg Girls High School. I pledge to take pride in my schoolwork. I pledge to involve myself in school activities to contribute to the promotion of Wynberg Girls High School. I pledge to wear the badge of Wynberg Girls High School with honor and be an ambassador of my school at all times. Again, welcome, Matric of 2025. I will now hand over to the head of Amakwa, Karina Austin.
My name is Karina Austin, the head of Amakwa, and I present to you the grade 8s of Amakwa for 2021. In tutor group LB, with Miss Albam, the matric leader is Kyla Peters. Georgia Aronsa, Khadija Conrad, Mia Harrison, Kendra Johns, Hannah Kemp, Saskia Knipe, and Emily Skulker. In tutor group NM, with Miss N. Massetti, the matric leader is Gemma Hoskins. Maya Adams, Isishle Khaya, Julia Kalal, Alex Peters, Taryn Ray Schiller, and Ryan Shirali.
Congratulations. Hello, Alex. Thank you. Nice to meet you. And Taryn Ray. Hello, nice to meet you. Ryan, is Ryan?
In tutor group NS, with Mrs. N. Singh, the matric leader is Clarice Conradi. Kayla Byrne, Erica Cameron, Namita Dyer, Rania Small, and Willow Wickham.
And Ron. Thank you. Nice to meet you. And Willow, welcome.
In tutor group KS, with Ms. Kay Stranex, the matric leader is Tiara Fanikak. Tanika Blake, Farah Martin, Tyra Pearson, Keliobetswe Rapalangwana, Evelyn Sanderson, and Shay Walters. We welcome these learners to Amakwa.
My name is Rabia Gabi and I'm the head of Arestia, and I present to you the grade 8s of Arestia for 2021. In tutor group RB, with Mrs. R. Badruddin, the matric leader is Phoebe Andrews. Tatum Barnes, Hayden Kutsier, Jenna Cottill, Kayla Fortune, Katie Fox, Lucy Mechanic, Zona Mzazi, and Hannah Swartz. In tutor group PB, with Mr. P. Bodenstein, the matric leader is Ashley Stevens. Jenna Ball, Gina Casey, Rachel Charles, Bailey Kutser, Mariam Alderwoody, Georgia Foreman, and Noura Haribi. In tutor group WP, with Miss W. Paulser, the matric leader is Salma Francis Adams. Jahan Abrams, Fatima Ahmed, Mika Flynn, Ella Horsley, Nabila Safuddin, and Teba Shira. In tutor group CU with Miss C. Underhill, the matric leader is Gabriella Spriggs. Kenzie Armstrong, Amal Jappi, Rania Khan, Amber Patterson, Hannah Schaefer, and Janan Stechman.
As long as you know your name. And you are? Janelle. And working hard.
We welcome these learners to Aristia.
I'm Danielle van Beek, head of Azima. I present to you the grade 8s of Azima in 2021. In tutor group MA with Miss Abrams, the matric leader is Taylor Gassett. Sarah Boardman-Smith, Kiala Espin, Carrie Giffard, Tiara Moore, Zara Peterson, and Ratenda Rasare. In tutor group AM with Miss Amin, the matric leader is Megan Speedy. Faye Breitenbach, Madeline Kamara Buswell, Tiara Chand, Ashley Fisher, Alia Khamildin, and Zoe Richards. In tutor group JB with Mrs. Bardenhorst, the matric leader is Amber DeVette. Jessica Butler, Sydney February, Jenna Fortain, Inam Khaleleni, Shalom Madziwa, Leah Muhammad, and Tiziana Mutombo. In tutor group AW with Miss Wilkinson, the matric leader is Ronely Africa. Azra August, Robin Elias, Alia Griever, Ellen Magama, Catherine Millen, and Georgia Schroeder. We welcome these learners to Azima.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Unombela Majola and I'm the head of Ferrari. I present to you the grade 8 of Ferrari in 2021. In tutor group KH, we have Miss Hermans, and the matric leader is Jamie Galant. So we have Geraldine Brand, Isabella Buckland, Hannah Dalby, Catherine De Freitas, Catherine George, in our absence we have Zandisile George, and then we have Rania Samsidin. In tutor group GJ, we have Mrs. Joanna Swanson, and the matric leader is Laika Taris. We have Cameron Francis, Gemma Hendry, Hannah Isaacs, Lene Jafter, Neon Christopin, Leah Moses, Leah Bonangnek. In tutor group SP with Miss Pina, the matric leader is Isabella Burgelink. We have Zaneed Abrahams, Rebecca Christians, Nandile Sokhenya, Shazadi Tape, Pumelela Chaka, and Hannah Wood. In tutor group NW with Miss Vessels, the matric leader is Savannah Solomon. In this tutor group we have Ashanti Majavu, Kira Mulan, Tamara Musunte, Annabelle Naidu, Gemma Neft, and Isabella Spatz. We welcome these learners to Ferraria.
I'm Emma Herbert, the head of ICALA for 2021. I present to you the grade 8s of ICALA in 2021. In tutor group OA with Mrs. Ahmed, the matric leader is Jada Porser, Ashley Albertus, Chloe Chesterton, Kadira Kraus, Gemma Harris, Caitlin McKenzie, Margaret Nodal, and Selena Tiernison. In tutor group DN with Ms. Damon, a matric leader is Busile Ngobalani, Hannah Bullcraig, Cassibella Fountain, Jamie Klein, Liekle Ngongo, and Laura Tate. In tutor group LK with Miss Kim, the matric leader is Kezia Flores. Emma Duke, Kirsten Jafter, Omega Kasongo, Akna Mahoto, Gabriella Topping, Hemi Zing, and Jessica Yoaba. In tutor group LL with Ms. Lowe, the matric leader is Carla Reinicke. Iman Ajam, Emma Muller, Taylor Nicole, Iman Robertson, Sarah Sali, and Isabel Warner. We welcome these learners to ICALA.
Morning, I'm Megan Frost and I present to you the grade 8s of Jacobberry in 2021. In tutor group T8 with Mrs. Hanuman, the matric leader is Yusra Khan. Zanande Africa, Nabila Bray, Tatum Cubido, Hannah George, Sienna Kotzer,
Good morning, children. Welcome to the
And Lusanda Zibi.
Good morning, Lucinda. Welcome to the
In tutor group YM with Miss Murray, the matric leader is Zua Abeda. Caitlin Ball,
Good morning, children. Welcome to the
Gemma De Vries,
Good morning, children. Welcome to
Tessa Gilpin, Emma Isaacs, Jade Matthews, Nuha Mia, and Morgan van der Schaaf. In tutor group JN with Mrs. Null, the matric leader is Courtney Steenveld. Wiham Abeda, Chloe Lagrange, Sive Makapela, Salma Mukjenga, Kristen Stewart, and Morgan van der Westhuizen. In tutor group ST with Miss Stemmet, the matric leader is Abby Fraser. Arabella Addison, Hannah Atkins, Cameron Bayfall, Riley De Vries, Leon Kemp, Kristen Patience, and Krista Roman. We welcome these learners to Jackalberry.
My name is Alicia Lakeisha Orange and I'm the head of Marula. I present to you the grade 8s of Marula in 2021 in tutor group CK with Mrs. Keister, the matric leader is Amina Ali. Colby Krunier, Kira Hochvalden, Chelsea Leek, Galen Menard, Jody Priestman, Hannah Sessman, and Casey Smith. In tutor group HL with Mrs. Hill, the matric leader is Onika Dix. Marie Buckley, Erin Leary, Nyla Paulson, Madison Prade, Michaela Quinn, and Sydney Vincent. In tutor group VM with Mrs. Miller, the matric leader is Akila Hassan. Cheyenne Abrams, Lauren Abrams, Alia Davids, Jessica Faltman, Michaela Fortune, Naledi Kasea, and Hannah Nash. In tutor group TS with Miss Suraj, the matric leader is Andrea de Kock. Mackenzie Carstens Fortuin, Jessica Doyle, Enya Engel, Hannah Hassan, Sarah Heaton, and Lily Horn. We welcome these learners to Marula.
Hi, I'm Luana Lima and I'm head of Moana, and I present to you the grade 8s of Moana for 2021.
In tutor group SF with Miss Furstenberg, the matric leader is Emma Press, Ruby Haig, Haneen Jackson, Kezia Jonas, Kaylin Klenkies, Kaluva Pure, and Anna Potter. In tutor SJ with Miss Jakuda, the matric leader is Kaylin O'Kelly. Tatum Bhavan, Amy Rose Heimberg, Talana Jacobs, Scarlett Kishke, Roxanne Mull, and Yusra Noor. In tutor group SL with Miss Slabbert, the matric leader is Zakia Sali. Georgia Bailey, Michelle Christians, Kaylee Cronge, Zaria Fatah, Genevieve Kingsley, Shiria Pabu, and Kaylin Paulson. In tutor group CV with Miss Franken is matric leader Nazira Murdoch. Zania Ajaran, Catherine Ball, Gemma Buerta, Holly French, Farah Parker, Kiva Ramsey, and Chloe Wright. Welcome these learners to Moana.
One of the many lessons that this past year has taught us is that the only constant thing in life seems to be that of change. We've all had to endure enormous challenges and be flexible in our thoughts and actions over the past year. Change is a word that has often been bandied about, and I firmly believe that this is a positive thing. It is both good and necessary as a school, for example, to examine our traditions to ensure that at their core they remain relevant and are positive and inclusive in nature. One of the many reasons why I love this particular tradition, that of the pledge ceremony, is precisely because it ticks these boxes. This morning you have participated in a very special time-honored tradition that draws you all together under a common banner and affirms your commitment to and sense of belonging within our Wynberg Girls High community. For some of you sitting here, you will have family members who have participated in this ceremony in years gone past. And for others, you might be the first in your family, but hopefully certainly not the last. Regardless of whichever applies to you, what is important to recognize is that you are part of a greater whole as a member of Wynberg Girls High School, and that comes with it extraordinary advantages, possibilities, and a sense of belonging, as well as responsibilities and adherence to the school's values of integrity, inclusivity, courage, accountability, respect, and empathy. Grade 8, we are looking forward to sharing this journey of the next 5 years with you and being a part of your growth and the opportunities that lie ahead. With this, we now bring this ceremony to a close. I'd like to thank all those who have been involved behind the scenes to ensure its success, with a particular thank you to Ms. Wilkinson, Ms. Abrahams, and all the other staff who have been involved for their hard work and attention to detail, as well as to all the grade 12 leaders who have assisted this morning.